Ever wondered how that perfectly pink salmon fillet ends up on your dinner plate? Today, we're diving deep into the American salmon industry to uncover the journey from egg to entree. Today, we're going behind the scenes of one of the most high-tech, tightly regulated food industries in the country, where biology, engineering, and logistics come together to raise millions of fish with industrial precision. This isn't some quiet fishing trip in Alaska. We're talking about industrial salmon farming, where massive ocean pens, automated feeders, and robotic butchers work around the clock to keep up with America's appetite for fish. In this video, we'll walk you through every stage of the process, from hatchery to harvest, from gutting to grocery store, so you'll know exactly what you're eating and how it got there. Let's dive in. It all starts here in the hatchery. Not out at sea, but in land-based facilities where technology controls every variable. American salmon farming kicks off with carefully selected broodstock, adult salmon raised specifically to breed. These fish are hand-picked for their health, growth rate, and meat quality. Technicians collect the eggs and milt, the fish version of sperm, and combine them in tanks under sterile, controlled conditions. No wild guesswork, everything is timed, measured, and logged. The fertilized eggs are incubated in oxygen-rich water at carefully monitored temperatures. Over the next few weeks, they'll begin to hatch into tiny, fragile fry. These newborn salmon, just a few centimeters long, start their life in fresh water, just like in the wild. But here, they're fed high-protein pellets, monitored 24/7, and protected from predators, disease, and fluctuating weather. For the next few months, the focus is growth, survival, and prepping the fish for a big move. Once they reach the smolt stage, when they're ready to handle salt water, it's time to graduate. Because the real growing happens in the ocean. Now, it's time for the big leagues. Once the young salmon, now called smolt, are strong enough for salt water, they're transported to massive offshore pens, often found along the coastlines of Maine, Washington, or even Alaska. These aren't just big fish tanks, we're talking open water enclosures the size of football fields. Suspended in the ocean, anchored deep into the seabed. Each pen holds thousands of fish. But thanks to advanced water circulation and constant monitoring, the conditions inside mimic the wild, without the predators. Feeding is fully automated. Computerized systems deliver customized, nutrient-rich pellets based on fish size and appetite. Cameras track how fast the salmon eat, adjusting feed in real time to cut down on waste and keep the fish growing fast. Over the next 18 to 24 months, the salmon pack on serious weight, growing from just a few ounces to up to 12 pounds. And during that time, everything is monitored. Oxygen levels, water temperature, growth rates, even fish behavior. It's precision farming, Ocean Edition. And when they're fully grown, that's when the real hustle begins. Harvest time. After nearly 2 years in the ocean, these fish are finally ready. Harvesting salmon is a high-speed, high-efficiency operation. Forget fishing rods, this is industrial food production, and every second counts. Specialized boats called well boats pull up next to the pens. These vessels are equipped with massive pumping systems that gently vacuum the salmon into on-board holding tanks filled with chilled, oxygenated seawater. It's fast, it's clean, and, most importantly, it reduces stress on the fish, which preserves quality. Before processing begins, the fish are humanely stunned, usually with a percussive or electrical method, and immediately bled. This step is critical for both ethical reasons and meat quality. A clean bleed results in better texture, color, and shelf life. From here, it's straight to the processing facility. Some boats even perform the first cuts on the water, But most salmon are packed on ice and transported in refrigerated trucks to land-based plants, often within hours. Because in the food industry, freshness isn't a luxury, it's a science. Next stop, the factory floor, where machines take over and the transformation from fish to fillet really kicks into gear. This is where the salmon starts looking like something you'd recognize at the grocery store. Inside the processing plant, speed and precision rule. Salmon arrive chilled and whole just hours out of the ocean. From here, an army of machines and skilled workers get to work. First stop, gutting. Automated blades cleanly remove the innards while minimizing waste. Sensors scan each fish to ensure everything is properly cleaned out. Next comes the filleting line. High-speed machines equipped with razor-sharp blades slice each salmon with robotic consistency. These units can process up to 20 fish per minute, each cut cleaner than the last. Then comes deboning. Salmon are notorious for their fine pin bones. But modern deboning systems use X-ray vision. Literally, the fish passes through scanners which identify bone locations. Robotic arms then extract each one with minimal damage to the fillet. Finally, the fish is skinned, trimmed, and portioned into fillets, steaks, or value-added cuts like smoked or marinated portions. And yes, human eyes still matter. Workers inspect each piece to make sure it meets strict quality standards because machines are fast, but people still know what perfect looks like. With thousands of fillets flying down the line, you might think quality would take a back seat. Not a chance. In the American salmon industry, quality control is woven into every step. From color to texture to fat content, each fillet is checked to make sure it meets tight standards before it ever hits the shelf. First, there's visual inspection. Trained workers, and yes, they're pros at this, examine each fillet for imperfections, bruising, or discoloration. If it doesn't look right, it doesn't go forward. Then there's tech. Color grading cameras and spectrometers scan for consistency because that rich coral hue you expect, it's not just for looks, it signals freshness and proper diet. Every batch is also sampled and tested in-house or sent to third-party labs. They're looking for pathogens, contaminants, and anything that could compromise safety. Antibiotic use? Practically zero in U.S. farms because regulation here is strict. And let's not forget traceability. Each fillet can be tracked back to the farm, the feed batch, even the date it was harvested. It's farm-to-fork accountability. This isn't just mass production. It's mass production with a microscope on it. Now that the fillets are cleaned, cut, and checked, it's time to get them ready for the real world. Packaging in the salmon industry is all about one thing: preservation without compromise. Because freshness doesn't survive long without help. Most salmon is vacuum sealed within minutes of processing. Air is pulled out, sealing in moisture and locking out bacteria. The result? A longer shelf life and fresher product for the customer. Some cuts are flash frozen, especially for export or extended distribution. Others stay fresh, chilled, but never frozen, and are sent straight into the cold chain. Each package is labeled with exact traceability data: processing date, plant ID, lot number, even the farm origin. That's not just for show. If there's ever a recall or quality concern, it can be traced back within hours. Then it's into refrigerated trucks kept at a steady 32 degrees Fahrenheit and off to warehouses, retailers, and restaurants across the country. From coast to coast, salmon moves fast because in this industry, cold is currency and every minute matters. You might be wondering, can raising millions of salmon actually be sustainable? The American salmon industry says yes, and it's working hard to prove it. Today's operations look nothing like they did 20 years ago. For starters, fish feed is smarter. It used to be made mostly from wild-caught fish. Now, It's a science-driven blend of plant proteins, fish oils, and nutrients optimized for growth without trashing marine ecosystems. Modern pens are designed to reduce waste buildup and protect surrounding waters. Many use underwater cameras and AI to monitor feed usage so nothing goes uneaten and nothing pollutes. Disease management has gone high-tech too. Vaccines, cleaner fish, and natural probiotics reduce the need for antibiotics, keeping the fish and the environment healthier. In the farms themselves, many are now certified by third-party groups like Best Aquaculture Practices (BAP) or the Aquaculture Stewardship Council (ASC), which enforce strict environmental and labor standards. This isn't just about selling seafood, it's about doing it right. Because American consumers want sustainability with their salmon, and the industry knows the future depends on it. So the next time you pick up a salmon fillet from your local store or order it at your favorite steakhouse, remember, you're not just eating a piece of fish, you're tasting the result of years of planning, millions of dollars in infrastructure, and one of the most advanced food production systems in the world. From hatcheries to high-tech pens, robotic filleting machines to refrigerated trucks, American salmon farming is a blend of biology, engineering, and pure efficiency. It's not just about feeding the nation, it's about doing it faster, cleaner, and smarter than ever before. If you learned something new, smash that like button and hit subscribe for more deep dives into how America's favorite foods are mass-produced. We've got more behind-the-scenes content coming your way, so don't miss out. This is Food Industry, and now you know exactly how salmon gets from sea to plate. Catch you on the next one. Enjoyed this deep dive into the salmon industry? Subscribe to Food Industry for more insights into the foods you love. Until next time.